Hi everybody, my name is Jordan and thanks for joining me today for a 10-minute full body stretch. This is a great routine for beginners or anybody who doesn't want to get up and down off the ground a ton. We're going to do everything either standing or seated on the chair so you won't have to get down to the ground at all. We're going to kind of touch on pretty much every muscle group here today in a quick short 10 minutes. So first thing I'm going to have you do is just kind of warm up those shoulders a little bit. Take some nice easy arm circles forward. This is a good routine to do after you've already maybe warmed up for the day. So maybe you've done some light housework, gone for a walk, already done a workout. It's good to do after, but we'll do some extra little warming up. Go ahead and reverse that just in case you haven't done anything yet. All right, go ahead and cross those arms out in front of you. All right, so now we're just gonna go ahead and do some nice easy knee raises here, adding a little arm reach along with this. Just a little bit of movement here to bring that body temp up. You can always pause the video and do the warm up again, adding on a little bit. Otherwise, we're going to take those feet about hip distance apart. You can take a seat here for this one if you would like to. You can relax those shoulders down. You're going to tip your head off to the side, keep your shoulders relaxed, and we're stretching out that neck. Every stretch that we do today, we're going to hold for about 30 seconds. Make sure as you're stretching here, you focus on nice deep breaths. If you like closing your eyes, you can do that too. And switch over to that other side. All right, we're going to go ahead and release that next stretch. Next step, we're going to do a little side stretch here. So taking one arm straight up towards the ceiling, and you're going to reach up towards the ceiling and then a little tip over. So reaching up first and then over versus just cranking your body over. And a nice stretch along the side of that body. Nice and easy here. If you'd like to place a hand, that opposite hand on a chair, you could certainly do that. And release that, taking that opposite arm up first, nice and tall, and then stretch over. All right, let's go ahead and release that. We're gonna go ahead and stretch out the quads now. If you'd like to use a chair for balance, you could certainly do that. Otherwise, if you wanna work on your balance, that's fine too. You're gonna reach for the top of your foot. Heel comes in towards the glute. I'm gonna face this direction to show you. Standing up nice and tall. All right, go ahead, release that. We're gonna switch it over now to your other leg. Same thing. Good, go ahead and release that. We're gonna now take your hands together behind your back, squeeze the shoulder blades, slightly looking up. If you're not able to reach your hands together, what I want you to do is just reach back as far as you can. You're still getting a nice chest opener here on this one. All right, we're gonna utilize our chair next. This one is gonna be to stretch out your low back. So position it however you need to. You could also use the back edge of a couch if need be. All right, so what you're gonna do here is just push your hips back and kind of just let that chest fall forward and relax right here. You should feel a nice release in your lower back. And breathe. Nice job. All right, go ahead and come on back up from that. We're going to use this chair here again. We're going to stay standing. We're going to use this to stretch out your hamstrings, okay? So what you are going to do, pick a leg, any leg, doesn't matter. We're going to do both. You're going to kick it up on your chair, toes up towards the ceiling, little bend in this standing leg. You're going to hinge your body weight forward until you feel that stretch right in the back side of your leg. Now, what I want you to avoid when you're doing this is rounding that spine, okay? No need to do that. Keep a nice, tall posture and just lean forward. Go ahead and come on out of this. We're going to switch it over now to that other side. Make sure that standing leg has a little bend in it. Toes up towards the ceiling. Hinge forward, stretch it out. Good. All right, go ahead and release that. Now, for this next one, you can use a wall. You can use the back edge of your chair, whatever you have available to you. We're going to stretch out the calf muscles here. So just pushing those toes up on the wall. If your chair is not very steady to stay in place, the wall works a little bit better. Otherwise, you're just going to be pushing your chair away from you. Go ahead and release that, and let's switch it over. Other side. This one, you should be getting a nice stretch right down here along those calves. All right, go ahead and release that. We are going to use that chair now and take a seat. This is going to be a seated figure 4. This is a great stretch for those glute muscles, a nice hip opener. If you spend a lot of time sitting during the day, this might be a stretch that you would like to incorporate a little bit more often. So you're going to cross one ankle up over that opposite leg, keeping that knee nice and wide. Some of you, when you get to this position, you're already going to feel a really deep stretch. If you're a little bit more flexible and you're not feeling it too much, you can always just put a little bit of pressure on the inside of that knee to open it up a little bit more. So again, you're going to get this in your glutes. You're also going to get it in your hips a little bit. Good. Let's go ahead and release that stretch, and we're going to switch it over now to your other side, sitting up nice and tall. All right, let's release that. Let's stand up here together, taking a few deep breaths to end our stretch today. Deep breath in, reaching those arms up. And exhale. Again, deep breath in, reach those arms up, full body stretch. Exhale, one more time together, deep breath in, reach it up. And exhale, release. Have a great day, everybody. Thanks for joining.